don't think I'm supposed to talk about really this situation because it's definitely a experiment. But in this situation, it was prolonged. It's one thing in this situation that I believe was supposed to be legit and it was supposed to be done, but it never got around to it because somebody was trying to hit lit, somebody was an adolescent, somebody was immature in a powerful position. That's it. But I know in this situation I seen it was prolonged for so long. I was able to see people have baby, leave that person they had a baby with and go off and have another baby. So it's like, I don't know what this was, but I know that I do know certain things that's supposed to have been done in it, but it was prolonged for so long. It was prolonged for so long. It was just, it was like, okay, I'm over it, I'm out of here. And it reminded me of something I went through a long time ago with working with addicts. You waiting on them to do something, but they stuck. You know, they stuck. Because they stuck in, they binded. And you need this person to do this job. I could be at work. We need this person to do this job. This person is binded. This person don't work good unless they on that drug. They can't leave the job, and we waiting for this person to do the job, and it ain't never getting done. It's like that, and it's like I seen so many, and then I seen so many good women just fall off overnight and never return back because they had to do something. Whatever they had to do, it broke them a little bit. You gotta wait on all that. And it's like, I tell folks, bro, if you're gonna come up in these streets, you need to get ready to get over all that and build yourself because you chose to come in that situation. You chose to fold like this. So you gotta be willing to unfold yourself. You gotta be willing to unfold yourself. I seen lovers be with you wouldn't believe, you know, and it was all because of sex. Not lovers, but potential lovers. And it was all because of drugs, money, mostly drugs and money. Drugs and money, really. It really wasn't about sex, nigga. It was drugs and money. And it's like, so it's like, I see this part of these women. And to the average man, they wouldn't come to me. I mean, if they'd have gotten to me, it'd probably been different. They never got to me. But to the average man, they still would be good. But to me, it's like, what I seen, cause I seen something they didn't see. And what I seen, what I seen them do it for, it's what you fold for me. It ain't as much as, that's pretty rough too, what you do to get the money. But it's what you felt you had to do to get the money that folds me with dealing with you. So, you know, everybody else might like, oh yeah. But me, I'm like, I ain't saying you wrong forever. I'm just saying, we keep dealing with what you're dealing with. Especially if you're at a certain age and you done did that one too many times and you bind it. That's the thing with me, man. If I see that you bind it, I'm trying to stay away from your energy. Because you got to deal with a lot. When you deal with somebody like that, you got to deal with their curses. they bad habits. You gotta deal with they up and down emotions. They're just broken, and it's just not worth it. You know what I'm saying? And people be like, you think you this, and I don't think I'm that. It took me a long time to get myself clean and get this peace and harmony to myself. I'm not gonna take you in just because you feel like you're the most beautifulest thing out there, and you feel like you know me, and I should be desperate enough to want somebody like you. I ain't never been that kind of person anyway. I ain't never been gullible. I ain't never been desperate. I work. I work. That hand pain gonna be around forever, man. I guess people be like, well, the sound. All instruments make the sound eventually. You gotta move it around. That way he don't. You gotta move it around, and it's the sound position that instruments play. You can use that instrument gonna always be. I can play that sound in anything just about, in the background especially, and put something over top of it. Switch it all up. That thing got a good, comfortable, peaceful meditation sound. It's like you can put frequencies. You can utilize good frequencies. You can use that thing to put good frequencies in song, higher vibrational frequencies. They ain't even gotta hear it. You can do whatever. When you done been a person like me, you gotta work with what you can. One man junk is another man's treasure. You realize it's good in everything. That's why I try to say thank you for everything I use. My paint brushes, no matter what it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But like I said, somebody was adolescent. Probably a checklist, and they just kept postponing something. Probably trying to please their friends. Just too young for a good, powerful position. It might not have been a powerful position, but it was a powerful position. You got people lives at stake. You got people going. I watch people go down. I watch people tear their life apart. I watch people. I mean, you know what? That's why I can easily say it's revelation, because I watch so many people be devoured, and it's like when you watch something like that, you start to wonder, where is God at? And you know God around. Then you gotta look different. You gotta look deeper, and you realize if it's revelation or something like that, it's supposed to be this way. And if all these people are floats, it's supposed to be this way. So these people that I look at that might be seeming like they're tearing themselves apart, they could be hell floats, collecting. You want to be a prostitute, you want to be an addict, well, go over here with this group. That's a float. Y'all stuck together. You bind it together. You over there on her float, or on his float. And when I looked at it like that, I could finally have peace again. Because at first it started to stress me out. Like, why would God let this and that? I always go back to God. God even said, why you always blame me? Like, ain't nobody else. Who else could do such a thing? Such greatness. And I ain't talking about with all the bad stuff. I'm talking about the remodification, the moving around, the restructuring. Who else can do such thing? And when I finally seen how it was just really planets going around and people being collected, and how this could easily be the rapture, and I'm like, well, it makes sense then. It makes sense then. You see these people making these huge mistakes. It's like you hold this power rank